don't need to go to that one now. We'll go to Bitcoins. It is the Bitcoin. For Bitcoin, we don't even need evidences because my former chairman, Frank Mendy of Menchu, had a show on ABS, I think with you, Secretary Chris, where he confessed under oath. Sorry, not under oath, to the Amazonian populace that as chairman of Menchu, he received advice from the president to withdraw money from the county account and invest as his downline in Bitcoin. And that is where the money got, where the gambling with the money ended up sucking up all finances from the coffers of Menchu. Now I understand why we reached out to the president crying that Frank, Mr. President, and the president never reacted. Even when we called meetings, fortunately, the resource mobilization came, and Comrade Iringwa, it was even bitter about that deal. And this chairman manipulated people on Mr. Nanchop's TV that he had bought weapons from ground one, and that they were already in Menchum, and that we are desperate to sack him. I remember calling Mr. Nanchop to tell him that he was being manipulated by that chairman because I have worked with him. There is nothing, and that all those things he was saying are lies. And later on, we gave him a vote of no confidence in Menchum, and replaced him with the present chairman. And why I'm saying this is because the Menchum people will be expecting Mr. Nanchop to send a written apology addressed to the people of Menchum for actually arguing, coming to a Menchum County meeting and insulting us and leaving the meeting, disrespecting all of us, the executive of Menchum, supporting the chairman, who now has repented, as he says, mustered courage, came to testify. And I want to inform Amazonians that I received an information from somebody that he wanted to come to the Restoration Council to testify under oath and present all the evidences. As the chair of the Government Affairs Committee, I told the person who came to me that this was my former chairman, and we in Menchum gave him a vote of no confidence. Let him be reminded that I, as an individual, has no personal problem with the president. And to me, a vote of no confidence is a vote of no confidence. I cannot bring him to testify now under oath and bring evidences of money he lied to us before about, simply because he wants to testify against the president. So I turned down that request from the person who approached me, that the former chairman of Menchum wanted to come and testify. So now, Amazonians, those of you who doubted the Restoration Council, or who still have doubts as to why the president was impeached, will be highly welcomed at the enlarged open town hall meeting that the Restoration Council will be calling. So far, it is slated for Sunday, the 6th of February. That will give you sleepless thinking, regrettable night forever in your life, blaming the Restoration Council members 1 inch. And let me remind you that some of the Restoration Council members who were so supportive of the president might have been doing that because they didn't have these evidences. These evidences were only confidential and classified to the Government Affairs Committee. And we, the Restoration Council members, just decided to put this out to refocus all those who had already started thinking twice. And please, we are pleading and telling you that we have a lot on our table, a lot of allegations. If you have any allegation and the evidence ready to testify under oath, come send it to the Restoration Council Government Affairs Committee and leave the rest and the rest will come to the people of Ambazonia. I want to tell you people that we are on this platform. Ambazonians have been manipulated to think that Secretary Chris Anu plotted a coup. I will tell you people that I have Secretary Chris Anu's files on my table. Allegations of $135, $1,000. A consul that is said that Secretary a consul say alleged that Secretary Chris stole from ABC, and maybe that is why he accepted to host us here. If that is true, anyway, I don't know, Secretary Chris. I'm sorry. And the only reason why we have not yet tried Secretary Chris or call him to the stand is because we have not seen even one evidence. I have told the people, bring us proofs of transfers of this money to Secretary Chris, Bishop John Egewang, or the few that are linked to this accusation, and leave the rest for us to handle. No one evidence. I mean, no one. Even a mere testimony, verbal testimony, has not been done. I have asked proof of evidence of consul, the receipt, and how Secretary Chris took it, to personally bring Secretary Chris as the chair, in my capacity as chair of the Government Affairs Committee, to answer to the Restoration Council. And I promise you, Ambazonians, that if that evidence is provided to us and it is investigated to point to Secretary Chris, he will pay that money to Ambazonians who face justice. Please, forget that manipulations that Secretary Chris gave the Ambazonian people 1 week, or the Restoration Council 1 week to act. Those are the tactics that were used to brainwash people to believe anything and dissolving us to censor this evidence that we have just provided to you. Because this evidence that we have provided here, a lot of lives are going down now. And that is exactly what the Restoration Council wanted to avoid. These evidences that we provided here, we did it with tight hands. Because you people left us no choice to keep these evidences until we get to Boya. Because of the numerous manipulations, county chairs who are involved in the investment of bitcoins under the president, and that is why only county accounts are being frozen, not LGA accounts. For the record, all the LGA chairs will have access to their money. So every restoration fighter, if your LGA chair tells you that the treasury is blocking your money, it is a lie. Write to the Restoration Council. Everything that you have, financial misappropriation from your county chairs or LGAs, send it to the Restoration Council, and the county or LGA account will be subpoenaed and fully audited and investigated immediately. Now the Restoration Council has taken a decision to be proactive, not to allow people use or feed fat on the funds meant to help and guide and buy materials and food for our people on the ground. And I want to tell you people that you people should not fear to pay in your draft money into your LGA and county account. The treasurer has already received a warrant. Sorry, not a warrant. Sorry, a communique, a press release, and an order. Injunction. Thank you for that word, Secretary Chris. Where I kept looking and I searching and it didn't come. To freeze all accounts. And I want to promise you that I spoke to the treasurer as delegated by the Restoration Council. And that is the reason why I am telling you not to be discouraged. Nobody is going to sign out money from your accounts except your LGA chairs. The county accounts are just frozen and will be pending ongoing investigations because all county chairs some of the county chairs are involved in the Bitcoin issues, and your money at the county level is being used, and the case of Menchum is a clear example. So pay in your money, but know that if you are paying into the county account, it is there safe. It will always come to you, but it cannot be withdrawn immediately. But the LGA account remain accessible. And the Restoration Council will be reaching out to you before the town hall to tell you the next step. Thank you, Ambazonians. Thank you, Secretary Chris.
Before you go,
the honorable members for giving me this confidence, trust, and support to stand here today and expose to Ambazonians exactly what they need to see to save this revolution. And we want to, the Restoration Council wants to assure all Ambazonians that the IG will not be fractionalized. The Restoration Council remains under this IG, this one and only IG, till under President Samuel Ikome Sako, because he has only been impeached, he is not yet removed from office. Don't be misquoted. He is now as a president, but he cannot act as far as finances, to have access to finances pending ongoing investigations. And Ambazonians will let you know if he resists that. The Restoration Council will come to you if he resists that. And we count on you now for your support, spiritually, morally, and apologetically anyway. Thank you, and I yield for this part of the presentation.
All right, thank you. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Clean and clear.
All right, thank you. You've raised a number of issues there. I believe Ambazonians would need some clarification. When you say that he is only impeached, he is not removed, what is the time frame? I understand he has to be brought to some hearing or trial to formally have him respond to these charges. What is the time frame? Any of you can take it.
Secretary Chris, we cannot answer that question right now. Okay. The Restoration Council will be meeting very shortly, and we will find a way forward. We shall inform you by that time.
All right. Second question, you mentioned the freezing of the accounts of the interim government and those of the counties. Has this been done or is going to be done?
Let me take that question, Dr. Epa, because it has already been done. The treasurer has been informed, and there are hearings, a lot of hearings, please, as we are talking about money, that the evidence is will not be presented now because the investigations are still ongoing that were withdrawn from this account. I'm not just talking about the CDC funds, that account that of 11,400.